Welcome to News on the Flipside.
The Church of Mavis radio show, Friday nights at 8 p.m., 7 Central, starring Jeffrey Pritchett with his co-hosts Wham and Jay McNicholas, right here on the United Paranormal Radio Network, UPRN 107.7 FM, New Orleans.
Tune in to UFO Undercover, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, with your host, Joe Montaldo, right here on the Paranormal Radio Network.
Put on my blue suede shoes and I boarded the plane. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blue, in the middle of the pouring rain. WC Handy, won't you look down over me? Yeah, I got a first class ticket, but I'm as blue as a boy can be. Then I'm walking in Memphis, just walking with my feet 10 feet off a beam. Walking in Memphis, but do I really feel the way I feel? Saw the ghost of Elvis on Union Avenue. Followed him up to the gates of Graceland, and I watched him walk right through. Now security, they did not see him. They just hovered around his tomb. But there's a pretty little thing waiting for the king down in the jungle room. When I was walking in Memphis, I was walking with my feet 10 feet off a beam.
Dun, 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 wake up.
But do I really feel the way I feel? They've got catfish on the table. They've got gospel in the air. And Reverend Green, be glad to see you when you haven't got a prayer. Boy, you got a prayer in Memphis. Now Muriel plays piano every Friday at the Hollywood, and they brought me down to see her, and they asked me if I would do a little number and I sang with all my might. She said, tell me, are you a Christian child? And I said, ma'am, I am tonight. Walking in Memphis. Was walking with my feet 10 feet off a bill. Walking in Memphis. But do I really feel the way I feel? Walking in Memphis. I was walking with my feet 10 feet off a bill. Walking in Memphis. But do I really feel the way I feel? Put on my blue suede shoes and I boarded the plane. Touch.
It's not playing, Joe.
Oh, it beats crazy. Why we no see it on our thingy, man?
I can see it moving, but I don't see it on the big screen.
Yep.
Okay, I guess the thing didn't want to work right, guys, girls. So we're gonna play it anyway. But I guess fat fingeritis maybe have gotten in the way. Could that possibly
There it
be
is.
what the possible problem is here? Yes, I think that could
Hey,
be
Steve.
the problem.
Hey, Steve.
As to why for so many years we achieved so much, prospered as no other people on earth. It was because here in this land, we unleashed
This
the energy
land,
and
not in
individual
Russia,
genius
not
of
in
man to a
China.
greater extent than has ever been done before. Freedom and the dignity of the individual have been more available and assured here than in any other place on earth.
On
The
Earth.
price for this freedom at times has been high, but we have never been unwilling to pay that price. Those who say that we're in a time when there are no heroes,
Bullshit.
they just don't know where to look. The sloping hills of Arlington National Cemetery, with its row upon row of simple white markers bearing crosses or stars of David, they add up to only a tiny fraction of the price that has been paid for our nationals of the world is so formidable as the will and moral courage of free men and women. It is a weapon our adversaries in today's world do not have. It is a weapon that we as Americans do have. Let that be understood by those who practice terrorism and prey upon their neighbors. As for the enemies of freedom, those who are potential adversaries, they will be reminded that peace is the highest aspiration of the American people. We will negotiate for it, sacrifice for it. We will not surrender for it now or ever. We are Americans.
Damn straight.
I have to agree.
And I'm proud to be an American. And I'm proud.
Yes. Yes.
Seriously, I am proud.
I'm not a woken American either, like some people I know, but we're not going to mention no names. Kamala Harris. Oh, wait, stop. A lot of news, a lot of stuff going on. Putin threatening to blow up the world. We get to see the Aurora Borealis way down here in the deep south, which is crazy.
Let me ask you a question. I don't believe that was. I believe that was some kind of hologram, man.
You're a hologram, man. Okay. That's all I can tell you.
I'm serious, man. I'm thinking it was a hologram. I mean, I don't believe it was because we didn't see it here. I didn't.
Well, maybe we weren't at the right time. Maybe we weren't outside at the right time. They got several hillbillies, as I like to call them around here, got pictures of them. Yes, I am too, Steve. Very proud to be an American. But they got them along the beach and stuff like that, back up in the woods. It's just radiation pushing that forth through the atmosphere. I mean, they were big solar flares. I mean, they told us they were coming. It's not like we didn't know they wasn't coming. Yeah. And I mean, they're not doing any real harm. It's always doomsday when solar flares are coming. It's always the same thing. Oh my God, no one's electronics are going to
work. Aurora
work.
Borealis or the Aurora Australis, you're okay because it's doing its job. It's protecting you from the radiation. Yes. But if you don't see those and it starts getting hot, run.
Yes. or if your phone starts acting crazy.
Yeah.
Yes. It's but welcome everybody. It's everybody welcome to News on the Flip Side. I mean, the world is a crazy place. I listen to a lot of different news for this particular show. I read a lot of different news, a lot of different links, and a lot of stuff that goes across my Facebook page. Well, stuff that I put on my Facebook pages that are sent to me from like Newsbreak or from one of the other big news networks or something like that. So we're just going to start out with this. Now, I haven't looked. I haven't seen it, but I'm going to, while we're on live tonight, I'll probably go look for it. That's the beauty of the internet, ladies and gentlemen. We have 4 hosts on this show, so if one of us wants to go off looking for something, we actually can do it. So, was it ABC that changed? Yeah, it was ABC that changed they changed the clip. They modified the clip. They edited it. I'm sorry. So she was on 60 Minutes, and they edited what they put out on the air, so she didn't look like a complete dumbass. Now they say you can see both of them. The other one's available, but they're in hot water over this. Everybody's like, "Wow, wait, what did you do here?" I mean, from what I understand, they edited it quite a lot. And so she was on her regular bumbling, word salad self, and then they kind of cleaned it up here and there and there and here. So I mean, when are we going to define what is cheating in an election? I mean, really, changing candidates for 3 months kind of borderline feels like cheating.
Didn't Elon Musk recently say that he would pay people $47 if they would vote for Trump? That's election rigging.
I didn't hear that. I did not.
Yeah, but you know what? I do see 47.
One of the guys that works with it. I didn't have a chance to look it up, but that's why I was asking.
You know what?
Did that happen?
It's funny you said that because I seen him at some rallies today, and they had blue and red signs that had 47 on them. I don't know what it means, so now we're gonna have to go find out.
47 is the next number, right?
Yep.
46.
Yep.
So
47.
45 was Trump. 45 to 47. That's the 45-47 on the hat.
So I wanted to look this up earlier, and I got sidetracked by something else. So is Kamala the first president, if she wins, to be in the White House without having children? Because she has no children. She's got stepkids. Not the same thing.
I don't know. I didn't look into that.
I'm going to have to look at
that. She probably will be.
Leah, find out. Leah, wake up. Leah. Don't maybe use the hypnotonic voice on you, girl, and make you stuff
here.
Like.
I don't know for how long, though.
She's sleepy, dude.
She's sleepy, all right. She need to get her ass up and get moving around. It's. Don't maybe I'm gonna put the hypnotonic voice on you. What is that, Jackie? You don't need to know what the hypnotonic voice is. No, you don't.
I'm just gonna end up falling asleep and having nightmares.
Yes, you don't need to have nightmares. You need to, so you can come hang out with us and have nightmares about our three scary asses.
My whole life is a nightmare.
Yeah, nightmares are fun. What are you talking about? You ever watch Elvis
Oh,
Preach?
wait a minute. Hold on, I just looked that up, dude.
Oh, good there. Look at somebody's on a job around here.
From the conversation, George Washington didn't have biological children.
Oh shit! So the father of the country didn't have. Well, I guess he had us. So I guess guess he has 325.
He has
million
centuries worth of relatives, doesn't he? All of us,
I mean, he's got
It
325.
says George
million.
Washington, didn't have biological children.
Well, I did not know that.
I didn't either.
Well, let's not put the bitch in that kind of company. I mean, George Washington, that's like sacrilege or something.
Yeah.
Well,
he was a Whig, though, wasn't he?
Was he a Whig? He might have been a Whig. I mean, no, I thought there was only one Whig one that, and then later on. I don't know. I'd have to go look and see. I remember reading about it way back.
Let me find out real quick. Hang
when
on
the dinosaurs was still part of the planet.
Oh, damn, Jay, he's getting us to work here. Dang.
Hey, man, we got things. We got people watching us that might pay us. What's that, Frankie? No, I mean, so no, they did edit the ABC clip, which I'll pull up in a little while. It is funny that ABC felt the need. 60 Minutes. Okay, this is 60 Minutes we're talking about. Felt the need to edit the clip. So is this the host on 60 Minutes that wanted to edit the clip, or was this just the people working in the background and said, "Holy shit"?
You guys are never going to guess what I found out.
What's that, bud?
First of all, George Washington ran as a nonpartisan candidate in both elections.
So he was the first independent?
First independent.
Wow.
Cool.
So that proves an independent can win.
Secondly, he's the only president to date of 46, potentially 47, that was voted unanimously in by the Electoral College.
Damn.
Voted in unanimously by the Electoral College.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah.
What was the one election where the dude only had 3 electoral votes? There was a race where there was only 3.
Oh God, hell if
for the loser. Yeah, no, there was.
I guess it's Joe's turn to find out.
No, I was actually just looking up the 60 Minutes thing while y'all were talking, but
yeah, I saw that in the news or somewhere that.
Oh, this was CBS, by the way. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sean. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, it's all right. That the one race, I don't know who it was. If somebody out there and Joe's friends want to look it up, there was a race, and the one dude won by a landslide, and his opponent only had 3 electoral votes.
It had to be back in the day.
Yeah, it was.
Well, there's also the one election with Truman and Dewey. The papers, in the morning said Dewey wins, but whatever it was that delayed the counting or what have you, Truman actually won. But so there's a picture of Truman holding the newspaper where, it says he lost.
Yeah, because they always got that kind of stuff ready to put out there. Well, it's like football shirts.
The Super Bowl, they always have the winner hats for both teams, and whoever wins, that's which box they open.
and you know where? And people, I'll tell you a little secret. If you want to ever get one of the loser ones that say that they won, they usually ship them off to places like South America or Africa. They give them out to the kids. Yes, these $300 jerseys they're giving out to the kids. No, I'm serious. And I got some friends that do it. So I know. Not just that, other stuff besides that. Well, because you're not supposed to be seen in the United States because it's, it's not really a funny joke to the people who won. Like the Chiefs who are going for a 3-peat. Yes.
They cheat so damn bad. They are cheaters.
Just because Pittsburgh is not doing its best, man. I'm a big Pittsburgh fan, so
I know you are.
Pretty good.
I'm just saying. I just watched like 3 of the Kansas City Chiefs games, and oh my God, the it's like the referees might as well wear red and white. Seriously, and do the tomahawk.
My son and I were talking about this just recently. It does seem to be the teams that are doing really well. The rulings tend to go towards them a lot of the times. There's been some calls, like there was one Chiefs call where they called pass interference, but they didn't need it, so the guy picked it up. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was bad looking.
Hmm.
There's been a few calls out there like that where that kind of stuff happens. There really is. What's that, Jennifer? Who is Leah? I don't know who Leah is. Oh, you mean Leah, the host Leah. Leah
It's
is an
short for
alien. She is an alien. She is from some planet on the deep star field out there, maybe out by Alpha Centauri, maybe by Drago. She kind of looks like maybe she might be from Drago. Yes.
I wish they'd take me back wherever it's from.
No, you were so much trouble they
Wherever.
put your ass on Earth with the. See, anybody who lives on Earth was put here because we were so bad on our homeworlds. They were like, "Oh no,
We're the
oh
troublemakers.
no." They're like, "We're gonna fix their asses. We're gonna just put them all together." No, we're probably all different species, but they just make us look like this.
I'm a good person.
But you must have been a bad, aggravating person. Not like an evil person, just like Jar Jar Binks. Yes, there we go, Jar Jar Binks. If y'all knew Jar Jar Binks, don't even write to me. Look him up.
I don't even mention.
I don't want to.
Here, check this out.
What's that? Frog?
Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, okay.
It's like a squirrely version.
Swear to God, I love
It's
you
like-
guys.
It's like
I have never met so many geeky people in my life, and it's
You
crazy.
should have seen the Church of Mavis show tonight. We geeked out hard with this guy Charles Liu. He was he's a quantum physicist. Wrote a book about it's like the dummy's guide to the quantum physics universe. He was awesome. We talked everything: comics, food, you name it. You should watch it. You'll like it if you want to geek out.
Well, those kind of shows they're always good.
But
it's funny.
But really, to answer his question, is they're called Doorables, and there's this other thing called Funko Pops. They're little figures. You get 4 of them in a Death Star, and
Oh my God!
I just
Help
started
me!
just those good
Help
things.
me!
That's one of the new guys, Poe Dameron.
Oh my God!
I got 26 of the. This is the second series, by the way. The first series is a silver Death Star. This is a red Death Star.
Oh my
I got
God!
25 more upstairs.
You're killing me,
This is a Clone
Jay.
Trooper, dude.
You're
And-
killing me.
This is the new Skywalker, Ray Skywalker.
Oh my God! If you pull out a Chewbacca, I'm just gonna go home and go to bed.
I do have a Chewbacca upstairs. That's what I threw 2 Chewbaccas. A couple of Han Solos. I got a Greedo.
Man. Oh
Lord have
no.
mercy. I love you, Jay. I do. but
It's,
They're called Doorables. You can get them at your local Walmart.
I really
y'all
don't.
know y'all live in the same state, man. You sure it's not
Yep.
the air up there or something? Something's going fishy. Hey, which one of y'all live closer to DC?
I do.
Jay does.
Okay, that explains it. All right,
Like an hour and a half.
We
2
know
hours.
what's going on now.
If I leave it at 4:00 in the morning, I'll get there by 8. That's how bad the rush hour is by the time I get to Rockville.
Yeah, well, I've had a bunch of my friends, which we're not going to get into this much on this show, maybe on Wednesday's show, but a bunch of my friends have been trying to get me to go to Gettysburg to do investigations on the battlefields and other.
We
I'd
talked
like to
about
do
that
one.
2 years ago, dude.
One of the guys that we interviewed, Sean Jacobs, he does those things up there on the battlefields.
Whenever you're ready to go up, Joe, I'm there.
Oh, I know. I mean, what's close for y'all? It's like 16 hours away from me. It's well,
half
if I
an
drive,
hour for me, like
If-
3.5 for
if
Sean.
How far is it from you, Jay? Gettysburg?
Half an hour, 20 minutes, something like that.
No way.
Yeah, it's right up the street.
Oh, God. No, it can't be.
Yeah. Look it up. I'm in Waynesboro. Look, call me a liar. You have a computer.
Hold on.
It's 30 minutes from Waynesboro, dude.
Okay,
It's,
I'm going to find out right now.
John's like, all right, man, I ain't believing this
What
shit.
is the distance from Waynesboro,
Waynesboro.
Waynesboro, Pennsylvania to Gettysburg?
This is live radio. What can I tell you, people? Live radio.
Okay,
and TV.
from Wayne, how close are you to Waynesburg?
I don't know where Waynesburg is.
Oh, okay.
I've only lived here for it's my third year. I have no
Well,
idea.
see, Waynesburg, Pennsylvania, it's 3 hours and 27 minutes.
No, I'm closer than that. My zip code is 17268.
Okay. Waynesboro, Pennsylvania to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. How far? I'll be damned. Holy shit. 22 miles.
He's right there, man. We need to hook him up with a team, man.
Oh, 38 miles. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
We need to hook him up with a team.
Maybe 38-minute drive, 22 miles, whatever it is. It's
No, Jimmy, we need to hook him. You live around there. We need to hook him up with a team. He's right there, man. I mean, come on. I've been wanting to do a pay-per-view event out of there for a while now. Well, yeah, man, a pay-per-view event. Maybe not the original event, but after you put it into archive, make it a paid archive. Yeah. It might be a paid watch, depending on interest.
Steve's in Hagerstown, Maryland, just a little bit 20 minutes across the border from me, and it's like I said, 30 minutes from here to Gettysburg. That's how close we are.
So next time I'm up there, Jay, I'll come down and visit you.
All right, cool, yeah. We got some great local, fare and things that you would like here. We have a cool cheeseburger joint called the Wayne's Burger.
Oh my God! Okay, now people, we're gonna get back to the news.
We gotta get back to work.
These two are over here. I don't know what they've been smoking.
52 flavors of milkshake and all kinds of good cheeseburgers.
Yeah,
I got a ghost by my computer. My light keeps going in and out. Yeah,
it's kind of weird.
No, that's Leah. Leah's doing that with her mind.
Yes, she is. When she gets aggravated or depressed,
she's turning your lights on and on.
She starts making things flicker and shit. If tonight, people, you're listening to the show and you are having these weird glowing problems with your computers, it is Leah. When she gets like this, it makes people's computers phase in and out. Yeah, this happens with contactees. They're strange like that. But anyway, getting back to what we were talking about, a lot going on. So. Oh no, Jimmy! It's just a lot of news, a lot of stories.
No one said anything about my new co-host.
Yes, we said it was probably a demon.
No, it's either an American long hair or a Maine Coon. She doesn't have the tufts of fur through the fingers yet, her snow feet. But if she gets those, then we know.
Yes, well, the Maine Coons are monstrous. My
she's got big paws, so I think she's going to be pretty big.
Okay, so what do we got here? Okay. Oh, thank you, Carl. So ex-CBS staffer calls for outside probe of 60 Minutes interview with Kamala Harris amid editing scandal. So they're calling this editing a scandal now. So Kamala and her infant, that's what Trump called it. Anyway, her stop with all shit. Harris campaign distanced itself from 60 Minutes edit. We do not control CBS production decisions. Really? So from what I heard, and I haven't seen it, but from what I heard, everybody who's seen the original says it was a clusterfuck.
Pardon.
No, Jimmy, we do curse on this show. And that was basically, and then CBS came in and said, you know what, it's a cluster, you know what? Says apparently I offended somebody just now. And we need to fix it. So CBS, this is my question to you, and I know I have a few friends over there. Really? Are you fixing it because she looked like an idiot, or because you look like an idiot, or because maybe you both look like idiots? I'm curious to which fixes. We can't watch it because it's an hour-long interview. Well, no, it's not. Mark, stop. It's not uncommon for people to edit television interviews, especially if they drag on and on and on. But that's not what this is. This is a 60-minute interview, and 60 minutes is supposed to be, it's 60.
They're very thorough, and they probably interviewed her for a good hour or two on camera just for a 30-second, clip or two.
This is 60 minutes. You got her. Well, they got her for a full hour, 60 minutes. Or
oh, wow. She can't carry a whole hour. She's not that charismatic.
That's probably what the problem was. She probably got into, from what I understand, she went into word salad mode,
And
and they
that's the
just
thing. That's the
decided to
thing where I
fix
mean,
it.
even though Trump can be a complete idiot and an asshole sometimes, he's been trained because he's been on professional television shows. He's been trained by Hollywood greats how to present himself to the camera. So he
Wait,
look. You ever watch him how him and Vance always present themselves. They're always sitting the same way. But every time they show Kamala Harris, it's a different angle. But almost every angle, they can't get a good picture of her.
wait, this is even worse. It said the ordeal started when viewers noticed that CBS aired different answers from Harris when 60-minute correspondent Bill Whitaker asked why it seemed like Israel's Prime Minister Netanyahu wasn't listening to the United States. So they all right, people, I'm going to have to curse here. They fucking changed the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That represents fraud.
Okay, so you people, I wouldn't watch CBS again if it was the last freaking network on the planet. Jesus, I may have to watch NBC after this.
Oh, Jesus. Dude, hey, I'd go watch CNN. They're behaving.
They're changing. I gotta give CNN some credit. I mean, even Anderson Cooper's changed somewhat. It looks like that they're trying to find
Fox. I'm not trying to advertise for anyone, but their problem is that they do it like radio now on the streaming service. It's like radio. So the DJ that the news anchor is on for hours and hours, and they drone on about the same subject for hours and hours. They're still talking about the hurricane. It's a day that it happened yesterday. I want to know what happened in the Middle East. I mean, I heard a rumor that IDF fired on UN forces.
I didn't hear that.
Or not UN forces, but UN aid or UN assistance.
Oh no! So if I remember the story correctly, Biden asked them not to fire on UN soldiers or UN people out there working to do whatever. There was a rumor that was going around that they either came close or got into the middle of a UN supply group, but then not the Israeli news, but the
Al Jazeera.
Yeah, they said no, that's not what actually happened. So they changed the story.
I saw that on one of those clickbait screens real quick before.
Well, no, because that was what the original story was, and that was where it was picked up from. I mean, there's a lot of disinformation out there, and that's not complete disinformation.
Well, I mean, you can imagine if they did, if they intentionally fired on UN, assistance troops or even forces, that would end their treaty, and boom, we'd be in World War III.
So Vladimir said the first state he's going to nuke is Illinois.
Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois. Well, whatever the hell y'all call it up there.
Putin said he's going to deploy
first going to drop two, one on the top, one on the bottom. Make sure he gets everybody. He said they're the most annoying state in the United States.
They can aim it right for me.
I gave your house directions. I gave directions to Leah's. I said, here, this is Leah's place. Drop a nuke right here. No, she's a damn alien. She got a shield. It'll just bounce off, go somewhere else. Probably land in Ohio or somewhere. Oh shit, it might bounce back and go in Maryland or something like that.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. Maryland. I'm not in Maryland anymore, so.
One of them blue places.
Well, did you hear that there was also? I don't know where I heard this. We talked about it, I think, Wednesday. Is people are thinking that it's possible to create a hurricane and then steer it and fly it over strictly Republican areas of like Florida.
Well, it's funny you said that because
I'm glad you said that. I can share.
Well, no, go. You go ahead. Go first, Sean.
All right, Tennessee, North Carolina, and Florida are all red states, dude.
Yeah.
Yippee-ki-yay.
And did you hear about Wyoming?
No.
73,000 acres of trees and woods are burning. And do you know why?
Burn, baby, burn.
Because there's a lithium deposit in Wyoming right now where they're burning. Yep.
They're burning the lithium?
No, dude. They're burning all the trees down. There's a big forest fire.
And what caused it? Was it the lithium?
Oh, no, I don't know what caused it, but there's 73,000 acres of trees burning in Wyoming.
It was a laser beam.
More, I wouldn't doubt it, Leah.
Well, it could be as far from California. California's been on fire for the last 200 years.
Pretty much.
Well, they're saying laser beams did that one too.
Beam me up, Scotty. Man, does people not know what mirrors are, man? Just go out there with your mirror. Reflect that thing back to space. Americans, you're not doing your job if you're letting laser beams hit our forest. Get your asses out there with your mirrors.
Freaking laser beams.
It's well,
Sharks
no,
with
I
freaking
mean,
laser beams on their
so
head.
well, no. See, I'm listening to what Sean was saying because I've heard the thing, but then I've also heard that somewhere was it in Kentucky, one of the towns is a lithium mine in town, and they flooded out and drowned, and
That's North
now
Carolina, brother.
it's North Carolina, and now
This
they're trying to buy up all the land.
The correct pronunciation is North Kakalaki.
so
But
this is definitely not the first time I've heard this. It's interesting because I just started this new job, and the dispatcher basically said exactly what Sean said, and even mentioned the lithium deposits. And he's saying, they couldn't kill him, they couldn't send him to prison. So what's the next alternative? Let's make it to where they can't vote, right? Like,
yep,
so
exactly.
The power grids, yeah.
according to
can't
him,
vote.
he's saying,
Mhm.
come election time in less than a month, the excuse is going to be, well, there's no infrastructure. There's no infrastructure for our people to vote, so let's
Power's still out.
postpone
Well,
the
good
election.
now, and you could do that, but I'm gonna tell you a little secret. When Katrina hit
ballot.
New Orleans, guess what? We still fucking voted. So if you want to vote, there will be places made to vote, even if they got to put out outhouses as frickin' voting booths.
But also, I saw and I read that 13 counties got really hit hard in North Carolina by the Helene. They actually changed their voting rules. They changed their voting rules.
Really?
More mail-in voting, stuff, and I believe you don't need an ID to vote.
Yeah, sounds like a way for the Democrats to cheat and send in a couple extra 100,000 dead people Social Security number votes.
Well, there's been hey Michelle, how you doing? There's been a lot of challenging about a lot of different things. I've been a lot of court cases out there about a lot of stuff on voting in Michigan and other places. They got a lot of Republicans and Democrats suing over new voting laws and things along these lines. It's going to be in the red states where it's going to probably be hand voting. Everybody's going to be watching that, so there'll be a lot harder bit to cheat there because everybody's going to be watching because we know it's a place to cheat. The things that bother me more are the machines that we don't know how secure they are. After that one guy hacked in that 2014 machine and changed everything in it in a matter of like 2 minutes, with a thumb drive, no less. So, I mean, we have to worry about that. A lot of states still don't do electronic doing. I did hear this. You know what? We even have this article. I'm glad y'all brought that up. It's a good segue. Let's go find it right quick. 60 Minutes. You know what? Kiss my big fat happy ass house.
And CBS as well.
Yeah. CBS is I can't believe y'all changed it. I can't believe you changed the actual meaning of what she said. So you're going to edit the vice president of the United States who's running for president. You think you know better than the person who's going to be ruling the free world. Jesus,
Well, it ain't going to be her now.
No, Obama sunk her in Pittsburgh.
I think he might have sunk in some other places too. The thing for Obama is they didn't get the reaction he thought they were going to get. I mean, he was a hero for a lot of people, especially amongst blacks. But
basically, according to what Sean said before the show, he basically insulted the male black community who
yes,
would be
they did.
the ones to vote for her.
Yeah, he's ashamed of the young black men that are not voting for Kamala Harris. And that's the truth. I saw it with my own eyes.
Oh, I saw it too. I mean, I've seen a couple things, and we got some we're going to be talking about on that. Where's the? Oh, here it is. This one came in earlier today. This is one of the ones we're going to talk about. Early voting is down, and the numbers hold bad news for the Democrats. So they're already in trouble with the. It's first down. Yeah, it's down way lower because a lot of people want to get out and vote because they don't trust anybody anymore. It's funny, even the Democrats. It's funny to me. everybody said there was no kind of fraud or any problems in the last election. Everybody has a right to believe what they want to believe. But I noticed it's changed America in the way that America wants to get out there and vote.
Right.
And
Right.
they want to get out and make sure their votes being counted the way it's supposed to be being counted. I hear a lot of people say they want to meet the pollsters and stuff and the people who are working there, which I don't blame them. I don't blame them. I would too. What is that, Donnie? What do you mean voting online? If we allowed open voting online, we'd never know who actually won. It would be whoever could hack the best. Everybody would have 5 times as many votes as there were people in the country. It's ridiculous. There may be in the future, like if you had like a built-in retina scan on your computer, we could just stick our eyeball up to it and then it could take your vote. You could punch your vote in. And so since they're one of a kind, it would make fraud a lot harder. But we're still a long way from that.
We've spoken about this before, and I brought it up. Why doesn't the federal government make it mandatory that all the states use one secure system? I've seen it only done a few times, right? In I think the last time I voted, where there was voting proctors everywhere, was in Frederick County in Maryland. When I voted here the first time in Pennsylvania, there was I think 3 proctors. No, I'm sorry. There were 2 people checking you in, and then there was a dude who directed you where to go, and then there was the proctor who took your vote sheet and actually electronically scanned it, and then you put it into a box. There were 3 people in charge of that operation.
You know what? I live in Dormont. Okay, my brother, he's like the marshal, or he's the marshal of it. He does that every year. But yeah, you go there, you check in. There's 2 people. Another person puts you in, directs you, and the other one helps you put it in the slot, and that's all they got.
Damn, let's get some fucking security up in there, people.
Community, so we don't need a whole lot of people. But in Frederick County, it was a larger community. I mean, probably pushing 600,000 or 700,000 people all over.
You better get out there and vote.
Yeah, go vote.
Leah, who's your old man voting for?
And if you don't go out and vote, don't complain to us when your guy loses.
Yes, that's the rule. You no vote, no bitch.
Yep.
No, Janine, that's the rule. No vote, no bitch.
Don't care that you didn't vote. Yeah. It's out of your hands. You don't have a right to vote. You didn't put a dog in the fight. You don't get any money for it.
So, do you think the Democratic Party, Joe, paid CBS to edit that?
I think somebody from somewhere called over there and said, "You better edit this. She looks like a complete buffoon," which she did. And then because somebody at CBS leaked it, they had to put the original version up because, now it looks like they're trying to fix it. And they're anyway they go, they're in trouble for this. So everybody's looking at ABC and CBS from between the debates and stuff like this as they can't be trusted anymore, which is going to help CNN out some. Because CNN is really trying to ride some kind of middle wave right now. Hoping that they're going to come out of this somewhere on top.
Weren't they just bought by another person?
I don't know. Every time I turn around, it seems like somebody's buying CBS.
There is a sale on bid for someone to buy CBS Paramount, but I don't think it's gone all the way through yet.
No, I mean CNN, buddy. I'm sorry.
Oh, CNN. I thought you were talking about CBS. Yeah, I don't know.
I thought somebody bought that.
No,
I'm really not.
Probably get it for a couple of bucks,
What's up, Eva?
I'm not feeling too good, guys. I think I'm going to have to go. I don't feel very well.
Okay, hon. Try to get better.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good night.
Good night.
I know the aliens got it. That's scary. That's just scary. What's that? Jethro. Yeah, okay, Jethro. What's up, man? Who you voting for, Jethro? You voting the Green Party. Oh, you're banned. Get out of here.
That's who I gotta tell you something. My brother got a call from the Democratic Party. They started asking him questions, and he's letting them go and going. My brother's so cool. And then at the end of it, she goes, "Well, who are you voting for?" And he goes, "Jill Stein," Goodbye.
That must have just irritated the piss out of somebody.
Yep.
What's that, Jack? No, so here's this is a really disproportionate weird thing that's going on right now. So most of the polls, a lot of the polls have Kamala Harris ahead. Most of those now, granted, are blue polls. They're coming from blue areas, but still they have her ahead. But what's more interesting, all the betting avenues from Vegas to overseas to offshore have Trump winning the election.
They have been, and we ever since the last. How long have we been doing this? A year?
Yeah, but they've gone up quite significantly. Now there's a 10 points
Well,
between him and her. On the Vegas and nearby, it's he's 56%, she's 46%. But on one of the overseas ones, she was only at 42%, and Trump was at 55. I'm assuming there's some kind of play in there for something else, but it was very interesting to see. And Vegas puts their money where their mouth is. They think Trump's going to win.
Yeah, she's in definite trouble. She knows it. And then they keep sabotaging themselves by saying, we have a lot of work to do because you haven't done anything.
Well, it's like y'all
You're
state.
basically saying she's going to get elected and not do any work because she's 3.5 years in and she's got all this work to do and she's not going to finish any of it.
It's like the great state of Pennsylvania, which I've been referring to as Pittsburgh for 500 years. It's one weird thing, and I apologize to all Pennsylvanians, but I do, for some reason, when I say Pittsburgh, most of the time I'm meaning Pennsylvania. But anyway, except for you fucking people in Philadelphia, y'all can just kiss my ass. That's all I got to tell y'all.
Yes.
Y'all are some messed up people. If y'all vote for Kamala, y'all just need to move up there to Trudeau country. Y'all do know Kamala Harris is out of all the senators in Congress, out of all of them, which she's a renter senator like Obama was, but she is the farthest left in any. Well, that's what I call the junior senators as renter senators because they haven't made their way yet. But and she would be the second or third junior senator to get in. She'd be the first person to ever get in without actually being voted in through a primary.
Yeah. Which, by the way, the admission, or at least by what they're trying to do, the Democratic Party basically said that they've broken their own rules and they must win in order so they can change the rules so they don't get in trouble for breaking them.
Yes.
What kind of mentality is that? I mean, don't vote Democratic.
Right now it's so sad to see what's going on with the Democratic Party. I watch my friends in the party and they get mad at me. I'm like, guys, your party is effed up.
It's like watching a guy on fire reaching something to put himself out, but he grabs gasoline instead of water.
First, they still are pretty much. They still pretty much are the old white people's party. I mean, they can say whatever they want, but majority of people in there are old and white. And the majority of leaders are old and white. And, some of them are going to retire, but it's time for some fresh blood over there.
Over 6. What was the stat I read a few months ago? The Senate is staffed by 65% of men over the age of 65.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, and of those men, most of them are in their 80s.
It's just time. It's just time for some fresh blood in there.
Young ideas, young blood, fresh ideas. We can't keep. I mean, it just seems like not just the Democrats, but all the governments across the planet are trying to divide us by either race, wage, or color, or religion. They're trying to divide. It's global. I don't think it just happens here. I think it happens everywhere.
Yeah, it was. People want power. That's one of the things. People want power. What was that, Jimmy? No, actually, where is it? We were going to talk about this one coming in, and I forgot what I do with it. Kamala Harris's chances fall in major election forecast. So I've seen 3 of these today. All of them said this, by the way, even though she's still ahead in the polls. Kamala Harris's chances fall in major election forecast. So even though she's ahead in the polls, she's still not favored to win the election, except in the blue polls.
Wasn't that the same way with Hillary?
Yes, Hillary was 6 points. So this is what we know for sure. Biden won. Well, he was 9 points over Trump. He won by I think it was 1.5 points or 1.75 points. So as long as Trump is not past 7 points, he's probably the winner. I mean, if it's anything like Hillary's, he's probably the winner. I mean, she had a strong 6 point lead over him, and he won.
Yeah.
And I think he won by like a point and a half. So yeah, 7.5 points. He's good. As long as she's not more than 7 points over him, he's probably the next president of the United States. And she just looks like she's going backwards, not forward.
Yeah.
I even heard some actual news media say, "Oh
That's
man,
part of her campaign too. We're not going back." But yes, you are. You just went.
Yeah.
She just took several steps backwards.
Jimmy Lee, they're more and more people are looking at this thinking, okay, when it comes to 270, they think Trump can get there first or fastest. Well, it looks like he's got Arizona and Georgia. He may have Nevada. It looks like he's got North Carolina. And Pennsylvania right now, they say it's 50-50. But from everybody I talked to in Pennsylvania, it's more like 55-45. Even Fetterman said that he feels that Trump is very, very, very strong in Pennsylvania. His words, not mine.
I like him.
So, he's a Democrat, and he's telling them he's not the only one. The governor warned him, who's also a Democrat, warned them and said, hey, look, you're not polling as well here as you think you are.
Yep.
And then, she's had on a couple of occasions now, her super PAC has come out and said, hey, look, our internal polling is not showing what your polling is showing. And the reason it's not is because the way the polling companies work. So like with 538, we knew when it was Trump and Biden, all the companies they used to poll were different companies. They changed to other companies that were all owned by liberals or colleges, liberal schools, liberal test groups, liberal newspapers, but they were all liberal. So of course she's going to be ahead in those areas. There's no way for her not to be. But when it comes down to the swing states, even in those, the best she can do is 1 point or even, which means she's behind. I would say right now, Trump has Nevada, Arizona, Georgia, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania. And I think that's the election. And I'm not sure Michigan's out of play. I'm not even sure New York is out of play.
Oh, did you hear the news on New York? Trump
No.
said that he was going to go to Madison Square Garden and hold a rally, and all the Democrat politicians up there were like saying, we're begging MSG, don't, cancel it. They didn't want him going into Madison Square Garden to have a rally.
I don't know if they can make him not go, though. That's going to be a hard thing not to do. And he's got his following in New York is picking up, even though the polls are saying different when you talk to the street. So anytime like Kamala's riding down the streets down there, you don't see Kamala people inside the road chanting Kamala. You see Trump people inside chanting Trump.
Yep.
It's happened to her several occasions now. And I'm not sure that people aren't tired of people like, wow, AOC and Governor Hochul. Hocus pocus. New Yorkers are kind of a funny people, and they're not really. Everybody wants to say, a friend of mine, New York's woke. I'm like, not none of the freaking New Yorkers.
No, not now.
I don't know no woke New Yorkers.
Neither is Michigan. They're not woke. They are not.
So I mean, what do you mean, I got friends in Staten Island. They ain't woke. The Bronx ain't woke. What do you mean, AOC? Well, AOC's in Queens, right? Well, yeah. Well, Queens might be a little woke because it's got a large gay population, but it's like New Orleans and the French Quarter, yeah. But other than that, no, I don't think so. I think New Yorkers are fed up with people like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, and I think they're getting fed up with the Democrats keep making promises and not delivering. And Trump delivered on his promises to stabilize the economy and make things affordable, and he did. The only thing he would have probably, without COVID, he would have probably changed America in ways. He would have definitely won a second term, and we'd have probably had one of the best economies we've ever seen. Might even paid off the debt. Well, Krispy Kreme. The reason Clinton could pay off the debt is he won his second election. Yeah, it took 2 terms for him to pay, and he didn't pay it all off, but he paid it down a lot. He did a good job. Reagan did a job securing the world and securing us, and he did a job of paying off what Reagan did. That's what American presidents should be doing, whatever party they are. Taking care of the country. Oh, now, I liked Bill's politics. I just didn't like his other activities. There's lots of rumors about other activities we're not going to get into tonight.
No.
Well, just because YouTube will ban us because we'll be going, that's not real. You're crazy. He would never pull his weenie out in public.
Now we just got a strike.
Hey, it clearly says on our thing, this is not a show for children. It clearly, and it's late night too. It's not like we do this early in the evening. What's that, Jennifer? Anyway, we got some links we go to before we get to the polls. Let's see what we got though. What is this? Astonishing images captured by James Webb. Too bad y'all people can't see them. They're really pretty. Ooh, look at that one. Oh, look at that.
You can present them, you know.
Look at that. Ooh, look at that one. Oh my God. I don't know what to think here, people.
What are they?
There are pictures from the James Webb telescope.
Oh.
Let me see if it'll let me show y'all since they're so pretty.
God. Man, there's that Star Trek geeky mind of yours going.
That's not Star Trek. That's the world wants to see y'all see we can't see them, so you're lucky.
Who knows? Maybe you'll find the Enterprise through that damn telescope.
You never know what you're going to find out there. Let's see.
Looks like an amoeba or whatever you call them. Like a little freaking parasite. Look at that little parasite right there. Oh, my.
Oh, it won't let me make it any bigger than that? Well, that sucks.
Oh, a circle.
Galaxy.
It looks like a freaking star.
That's pretty.
Look at them stars. Galaxies. Oh, my God.
Ooh, look at that. That's badass looking, man.
Yeah, there's that. Now, that looks like, to me, that looks like one of them predator people.
Yeah.
Look at it. It looks like a predator. Look at that.
Okay, a space snake? What the hell is that?
That looks like
galaxy.
See the dude on top? Look at the dude on top. It looks like Zeus,
this
man.
guy right here, man. Like
no, up here. At the top of the picture. It looks like Zeus. I'm bad.
Zeus smoking weed or something. Look at all the galaxies, man.
Oh, look
people tell me all the time, but there ain't life. There's got to be 100,000 galaxies near with hundreds of trillions of
more chances there.
Yeah, I don't know. I think people be smooth. I like this purple one. I have to get that from a wall. Nice, what's that, Jackie? No, these are actually from James Webb. Hubble did good, but James Webb's just better.
JSWT. No, JWST. James
Webb. Look at those pictures. Where the fuck is he looking to see these pictures?
No, that looks like the Statue of Liberty.
Oh my God, that's cool. That'd be a cool tattoo.
I ought to put that on my big
belly. Oh my God, it
thing.
Looks like a blue man, like a blue moon. Look at that. I'm not lying to you, dudes. This is what I'm seeing.
Well, that's what this stuff is about beauty.
Look at it. It looks like a blue moon, like a blue half a moon. You see the eye and you see the pointy nose. Yeah.
Okay.
That's 30 years of being in the paranormal field. You get
next one looks like to be a full picture of a galaxy.
I don't think that's Star Trek talking there.
That's a galaxy.
That is a galaxy. That is a weird looking spiral. Wow.
Yeah.
It looks like the eye of the hurricane to me.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of stuff does out in space.
Everything spins.
That's crazy looking. That's crazy.
It looks like a nuclear explosion they caught, the
Crab Nebula.
In the millisecond after it cracked,
That looks like a squirrel eating a walnut in the middle of the sky.
That's a dying star is what that is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And that's
Eyeball nebula. I've seen that before.
Yeah, that's a new beginning. That's a new start. The other ones are done. Look at this thing. This looks like some kind of thing you'd see on one of these sci-fi movies coming to eat your
Yeah, something
ass,
that came
man.
out of like a Cthulhu book or something.
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh my God. It looks like the Mothman attacking some dude, man.
Look, he's got some horns up here, a fire thing coming down here, weird ass
Yeah.
It
eyes.
looks like he has like an elephant's trunk.
Oh, it could be Satan doing this girlfriend, the angel.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
What? Everything's bigger in space, man. Come on. Oh, y'all are just wrong, man. Y'all see how I get treated around here, people. Wait, I hit the wrong button now. Damn it. Oh man, I'm gonna have to send that to.
Oh, there you go. The USS Enterprise.
No,
All lit up.
I was thinking of one of them things you stretch your shoe out with. That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
I see it.
I don't know. This just looks like some gas. Just
It's kind of heavy, yeah.
Ooh, T-Rex.
Oh, now that looks like an
Oh,
alien
no.
right there, dude.
That looks like
That's the Stellar Nursery.
not the what's the one, the insect
That's-
guy, praying mantis. That's what he looks
Praying
like.
mantis with a cat's head. Look at that.
That's where that's the Stellar Nursery right there. That picture.
Jack, what are you talking about? What's this got to do with politics? I was just showing. I'll get out of here. You pain in my ass. Ooh, that looks pretty badass too.
Well, we're allowed to have fun.
I know. So it's Jack Webb Telescope. Go check it out, guys and girls. It's out there. Got some really cool stuff out there. Ooh, that looks cool too. Well, everywhere out there that we're looking at probably has some kind of life in it of some sort. And just to let you know, we're not alone. Who wants to be alone? I don't. Do you? Russian ambassador. So this guy now has gave, as I like to say here, ominous nuclear warning to U.S. on several occasions. So what Putin has done lately, and I notice our news doesn't like to talk about it much, and what the hell is that? He started discussing using nukes with his allies. He went and talked to the Mongols and the Mongolia and said, "Hey, look, who said they were going to arrest him if he ever showed up?" He went and talked to a couple of other nearby allies, and now he's rewriting his rules on what decides whether he uses nukes or not.
Oh God!
So here's a guy with 5,000 nukes, give or take, one or two. And at this point, I'm thinking to myself, what happens if he uses a nuke on Kiev? I've already heard Joe Biden and the head of the EU say there would be catastrophic consequences. Are we going to launch a nuke on Russia because they nuke Kiev? That would be just ignorance on our part. I mean, that's starting World War III. I mean, just because look, Kiev's been warned. Stop bombing Moscow, or it is possible we may use chemical or nuclear weapons. By the way, they have used chemical weapons lately. And I would stop. But Zelensky thinks he's going to force the issue, and Putin's thinking one tactical nuke, 5 kiloton, boom, 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 wham, 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 thank you, ma'am. Yeah, you guys are all know. It's that's it. That's the end of the war. Who's going to want to fight after that? Nobody. Everybody in the world is going to be mad, and everybody's going to want to sanction him to out of extinction. But the war is over with. Matter of fact, he'll probably get the Ukraine back as a whole state. They'll probably surrender.
Oh yeah.
And are we going to just step in and say, okay, no, you're not going to let them surrender. We're taking the place back, and we're going to kick your ass. We do know Russia's military is in a dire state right now, but do we start World War III? Now, if he nukes London, that's a whole different ballgame. He nukes London, we're nuking Moscow immediately. Immediately. It'd be like instant almost. We probably got a submarine just sitting over there, a guy going, yeah, let me shoot him, 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 let me shoot him. You freaking Navy sub guys are crazy.
Yeah, they are.
They are just, they are so psyched up and pumped up.
You got to be nuts to be locked underwater in a tube for months.
In the end, they do know that they may have to die for their country. They know that going into it. I mean, all the rest of us working on ships suspect we might die, but they know they're going to. Vladimir Putin stops taking phone calls from German Chancellor. As he so now he's starting to cut off his friends and basically telling them to, you know what, F off. What do you mean, Caroline? No, the reason he's doing it is because. What do you mean? No, he's doing it because he don't want to explain his actions to anybody. Yeah, he's planning on doing something nasty. There was a report yesterday that he had used some kind of chemical weapon in one of the battles. This is our X-37B. We can geek out on this thing a little bit.
No, it looks like the Enterprise.
It made a course change that no other craft has ever made before today. It's doing all kind of stuff. Nobody knows what this thing belongs to DARPA, but now Space Command's in control of it. Nobody knows what this thing does, how fast it is. We know we know we've clocked it at Mach 12, but we don't know what it's for or what it's done yet. But that's re-entering the atmosphere. I mean, the shuttles had gotten up to, I think, Mach 34 or something. Mach 34 is 34 times the speed of sound. Sound is what, 750 miles an hour or something? Somewhere right around.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's just nobody knows what it's for. So it did a dynamic aero braking maneuver today that no one's ever done before in a spacecraft. This thing sounds like it's badass and could turn around and kill you really quick.
Yeah.
We don't know what it's for. No, it's been up there. Well, it stayed up one time for 2 years when nobody knew it was up there. Russians, nobody knew it was up there. If Sean wouldn't have told them, nobody would have known it was up there.
Damn straight, man. They listened.
Now, this is something that may actually help everybody on the planet. They found out just recently that cosmic rays have a surprising amount of antimatter. Now,
nice.
Antimatter is something that's hard for us to catch. It's something that can change the world and revolutionize the world in so many ways because it would be cheap, almost free energy. Now that we're learning how to contain it, which I think we can contain it for all of about a minute now. Last time I heard it was 50 milliseconds, but I think they've got it up to a little bit more than that. It is something that could create energy in a way that, if you've ever watched Stargate, those 0-point modules are basically based on that. So
yeah,
you could.
Hold on.
Let's see. Wait, what the hell is that? Where'd that go? Okay, that was weird. Okay, let me grab this. Let's see. Estonia explains why Russia becomes dependent on North Korea military personnel. Well, yeah, because North Korea is trying to suck up to Russia all over the place, and they're giving him everything they can, which half the shit don't work. You can't charge him for it because, we'd have to send Sean over there for collections.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what's this? Putin's arrest failed.
What? Him getting arrested or him arresting somebody?
Sounds like somebody tried to arrest him. Well, all I can say, I'm not even going to read the article. I feel sorry for the poor slob that tried to arrest Vladimir Putin. I'm sure you're dead now. No, I'm sure you're dead. I'm positive you're dead. I did see that, Jimmy. That somebody sent me that one earlier too about the comet that will be potentially brighter than Halley's comet. Yeah, I think you can see it starting Saturday. Yeah, if I remember right. What is this? After claims. Oh, I wanted to talk about this earlier and I forgot. So y'all remember Israel went over there and blew up a bunch of people, killed their number one general and all of that shit. Remember that? We talked about it on the show.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like after claims he died, reports now say Iran's Quds force chief alive but under arrest. So did he fake his own death and get busted?
I don't know.
I can't see how anybody in Iran's going to... This dude is screwed. Jimmy, I'll mention it real quick because we don't have... It's because we'd have to get into all kind of schematics and stuff and we're not really set up. Uh, is that the video for it? It's gonna be pretty big. It's anyway. Before I get off track and get off in Days Land somewhere, SpaceX plans to launch its own space station. It's much different than the garbage we got up there. It's actually more living quarters and more comfortable. Looks more like quarters you would see on Earth. Elon wants you, if you're going to go to space, he wants you to be comfortable as well as safe.
Complacent, I think, is the word you're looking for.
Yeah, well, no, Jimmy, because Elon plans on whatever technology is up there, he plans on utilizing himself. So he don't want to build space stations that he can't go to, or that's going to get him sued and put him out of business. That's his goal is to be the first trillionaire, and he's well on route to being it too.
What can he do with all that money? It just blows me away.
He'll never spend it in his lifetime.
Well, but you see, he's revolutionizing the world is what he's doing. I mean, SpaceX is, think about how long NASA's been trying to land a spaceship. They had to build a freaking space plane to be able to land the damn thing. Here he comes along. He's not landing one. He's landing two at a time. Big ones, little ones, skinny ones, fat ones. It doesn't even seem right. Now he's building space planes that he's going to launch up in there and go shooting all over the place, which look pretty comfortable. And now he's going to build his own space station. This guy, he's using his money. He bought Twitter. Why did he buy Twitter? Because he got tired of the fucking lies, and he busted out the Democrats and the government all over the place. He outed them. And how did he do it? By spending $44 billion to buy Twitter.
Wow.
He didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
He did that for we the people. It's a shame.
He definitely did it to send out a message. There's no question.
Yeah.
That was probably a tax write-off.
Well, that's pretty big for a tax write-off. It's got to make money to be sustainable, but it's well, no, a lot of people still advertise on Twitter. Just go over there, you see ads all over the freaking place. It's because it's still very popular. So I mean, over 600,000 people. So numbers don't lie. Putin's army is decimated. So there are saying at least 600,000 of his 1.5 million troops have been killed, which spreads him pretty thin. And he doesn't have, like in the United States, we have available 3.5 million troops out there, 1.5 in operation, or 1.7 or something in operation. But we have the ability to draw from about another 40 or 50 million. By the way, China has the ability to draw from like 300 million. But Russia doesn't. Its population is either too old or too young. So it's got maybe 100,000 over what it's got already in the field. This is putting them in a bad spot. I mean, they can't get into a real war. If somebody invades them, they're going to find their asses in a world of hurt. But Jimmy, they do have tactical nukes, and they may use tactical nukes. Yeah, they may use them. I don't know why. Because they can, I guess. What is this one? Kamala Harris chances of winning the election. Ooh.
Took a blow.
Ooh. Ooh. Actually, she has been steadily getting kicked in the ass the last week or so. I think you're just going to see that more and more and more as we get closer to the election. You mean the book that's coming out? Are you talking about her book or his book? So, I mean, his wife's got a book coming out, and then what is his name? Somebody Wood or somebody. The guy who uncovered the cover up for Watergate. Yeah. No. Well, he just talks nothing but hate about Trump. And really, most of the stuff isn't verifiable. It's just what he's just saying. It's a hearsay book, basically. Oh, such and such told me, but that person that told him he won't mention, so you can't find out who it is. Yeah. That was China's rocket just launching. It was y'all were watching. Now here we go. Where is this map at? Let's see if we can find this map. I want to see if I'm safe. Ooh. Well, you two bastards are dead.
Yep.
Look at that, man. Y'all are like go mushy mushy. I don't even see your state. It's so
No.
bad.
What is that? If they launch from the hit the East Coast, right?
It's well, it looks like it's all over the place. Let's see, pop it back up. Well, I live in this area right here, so screw you people. That's all I got to say.
Your numbers will go down, Joe. Your numbers will go down. You better protect our asses up here in Pennsylvania, buddy.
I look good, man. I mean, hey, when it comes to living or dying, what can I tell y'all? Let's see.
Hey, Jay, we'll go down and live with Joe. How's
That's
that?
right. It's safe down
All right.
here. Look, I mean, this whole corridor is safe, but Florida gets whacked. Georgia gets whacked.
North Carolina, Tennessee.
This all gets really hardcore whacked, but that's because we have nuclear missiles in these areas. This is all radiation fallout because that's the way the wind blows. Fallout. Too. Fortunately for us, the wind blows like this, so it's staying away from us. But all of this will end up in China. So it'll suck for them. So you can see it's already pushing offshore here and here and here and here and here. And by the way, whoever drew this map, what the kind of drugs were you on? You know, they have graphs and charts now you can use online for free, too. I'm just saying. I mean, come on, guys. You could have done a little bit better than that. No, no, we're going to take a break in about 10 minutes, and then we got some polls coming up. Civil war looms in Russia. So what happens if there is a civil war in Russia?
I don't know. Does the Ukraine war on hold? Yeah. Does Ukraine? What if Ukraine seizes opportunity and seizes control of Russia
or a big chunk of Russia,
or a big chunk of it? Yeah.
All of that whole side over there. They may become a major player after that.
So could there be lithium under Russia?
It could be, yeah.
Yeah. Nobody knows where all the lithium is. We just keep finding it here and there. So, and this is another thing I've been seeing. So, there was a boat parked off a coast today that blew up with 650 barrels of oil in it, or 650 tons of oil in it. And then here's another one. Putin oil refinery erupts, blasting 200-foot tower of flames. I've seen 5 of these in 2 days. I'm beginning to wonder if this isn't coordinated or something else. What's that, Jimmy? No, we didn't finish talking about the weather control. Well, so Linda brought me Project Popeye, which is a weather control group. And then Michelle sent me all the patents the U.S. government holds on weather control, which, by the way, there was like 14 pages of them or something. Yeah, it was a bunch of them. And then along with that, she sent me, and Amelia sent me, and then Linda sent me what looked like the schematics on how it actually worked, how the induction.
Yeah, I saw that.
And so, I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there. Can I say categorically that's what the hurricanes were? No, I can't, because there's no way to know. And it's kind of weird because Milton just barreled ass across Florida and was gone. And Helene, which was supposed to dissolve when it got up in the Tennessee Valley because of that low that was up there, just became some kind of freak rainmaker.
Yeah, well, you know what? I saw some videos where people in Florida were actually seeing in video dry ice during that storm.
Anything is possible, and that's the problem. You know, we don't. Well, Jeline, I'm sorry. So if we want to accuse people of stuff, we can, but we have to know there has to be some kind of evidence. So, you know, if people are seeing something like dry ice, they should take a sample, put it in a refrigerator, bring it somewhere and have it analyzed, take pictures of it, videos of it when it's happened, and put it online while it's happening and put it online. Those go a long ways. It's like how we found out about planes spraying and not spraying when they catch them turning on and off. Um, yeah, so people take their contrails. Well, contrails don't usually last that long. First off, they don't go on forever, and secondly, they don't last for hours. They usually dissipate quite a bit quicker than that. Well, contrails are fragile things. It's ice particles that are gathered on the heat from the plume of the jet engine. As it cools, which it cools really fast, eventually that ice just breaks up and falls down and turns back into either water, rain, or is brought back into the clouds again. But it doesn't just sit there for endless hours. Uh, what, Jimmy? What do you mean? How do I know? Just so you know, while I was in the U.S. Navy, I used to work on jets for a living. And you know what? I seen a lot of jets flying in a lot of places, and they did not leave trails like those. And if you ask a pilot, especially if you ask a fighter pilot or a cargo pilot, he'll tell you, I've never seen a contrail like that before. Their words, not mine. So obviously something was being sprayed into the atmosphere. What it is anybody's best guess. And it doesn't have to be anything nefarious. Sometimes it may simply be seeding of clouds or something like that, or finding ways to pull the pollution down from the clouds onto the ground, or dissipating. It could be anything like that. It doesn't have to be nefarious. It could be something nefarious, but it doesn't have to be. It could be any of those things. And why anybody would want to overflood the areas that overflowed in what was it, Tennessee, Georgia, and Carolina is beyond me.
Lithium, dude, lithium.
Yeah, well, I could see the lithium. Yeah, I know, Jenny. A lot of people say voters, but I don't think there's that many voters in those areas.
No, here's Jenny. Let me answer that for you. All right, it's not about the voters. It's that they came in and they just destroyed western North Carolina and eastern Tennessee. Yeah. So what happens now is the government comes in and claims eminent domain, which means they can just take over that land. And so when they come in and take over like Chimney Rock and the other towns that got destroyed, they'll just come in and bulldoze and start building the mine. They got a grant for like $250 billion, dude, to start building that lithium mine.
Well, lithium's what all of our batteries in this country are made out of these days. If you got a battery in your phone or in your car, it's a lithium battery. So they want that. What do you mean? Well, I would imagine the asteroid field is full of lithium, but we're not there yet. Another 10 years probably. Well, Elon doesn't have a reason to go there yet until Elon decides to go collect on that asteroid that's worth more than the planet 360,000 times over.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to do that, Joe.
Oh, he is. Don't just give him time. Another 10 years, he'll be out there getting it. If he ever gets his hand on that rock, no one will be able to catch him in wealth. He'll be like a god.
Yeah.
His whole family, just all of his kids, which by then will probably be 20, will all be worth like $1 trillion or $100 trillion each. How do you even compete with that? Yeah, you don't. They just do whatever the hell they want, while the rest of us are like, oh, hello, Mr. Musk family to the Musk family. What are you going to do? Oh, we'll see.
Do you think he's richer than the Rothschilds?
He's richer than everybody on the planet. He's the richest man in the world right now. And who was second was not Bill Gates.
Bezos.
I think it was Jeff Bezos. I think that's who it was. I think he was second. And Jeff would be number one if he hadn't gotten divorced. And Bill would be much closer to in the top 4 if he had gotten divorced.
Yeah, his wife took him for every son almost. Pretty close.
She took him for half. Just
she
like
made
Bezos.
out. She made out.
Yeah, she got half of, I think it was $100 billion she got. And Bezos' wife got more than that. I think she got like $150 billion. It's
Hey, before you go on break, dude, I'm going to head out because I got to work in the morning. And everybody, I will not be here next Friday because I'm going on a paranormal investigation.
He actually, he's lying, guys. He signs as a Chippendale. and he's got a dance set up. So it's a belly dance Chippendale thing he's got going. I've seen him, man. His little thing. He looks pretty good. He's up there. He's like,
Hey,
shh.
don't forget to check my shows out on UPRN Talk Radio. I'm on Sunday nights and Tuesday nights from 8:10 to 9:10 p.m.
Yeah, I seen his other shows are finally moving. Thank God.
Yeah, they are. All right.
Anyway, go and get some rest, baby. We'll talk at you. Well, I'll talk at you during a week sometime. But enjoy yourself and keep me up on the investigation.
I definitely will, brother. All right. Good night, Jay.
Good night, Sean. Have a good one.
All right. Bye.
Beetlejuice, people. Oh shit! Oh, okay, I didn't realize I said that 3 times. What's that, Carl? No, we're gonna take a break in a few minutes, and then we'll be back to do some polls. Well, I mean, the polls are the polls. I mean, you got to take them for what they are.
We don't write them.
No, I didn't put out a poll this week for. No, I didn't, but I will next week. The American Polar Company didn't put out one, but we'll put out one next week. Well, I just wanted to see what the regular everyday polls do. I get aggravated sometimes because our polls sometimes are so much different. But I mean, they've predicted the last 3 presidents, so hopefully they'll predict this one.
Vegas hasn't been wrong yet either.
Yeah. So they want to do what? Now they're after Russia again. What? Poor Russia. Y'all just leave Russia. Stop picking on Russia, people. No, don't write to me. No, write to Michelle DeRoche. Kamala Harris leading in major and majority of battleground states. New poll. What new poll is this? So just a little while ago, I was reading one that said Trump leading in majority of battleground states. That's why you can't trust any of this stuff. Yes. It was 600 registered Democrats that took it. Oh, and he's still only 2 points behind. Oh, my God. Come on. Oh, wait. He's losing in Arizona now. He's losing in Michigan now. Oh, he's losing in Georgia now. And he's losing in Wisconsin. Yeah.
What poll is that?
That's what I'm looking for to see who did the poll. U.S. elections. It's not even giving me no deal. Let's see. The Wall Street Journal. Oh, sorry. Okay, we now know what's going on. What, Jack? The Wall Street Journal is just a liberal rag, yeah. Let's see. Oh, but he's winning in Pennsylvania.
Oh, good.
He's also winning in North Carolina. He's winning in Nevada. People, I'm telling you now, he's winning in Georgia. And he's winning in Arizona, so the Kamala keep believing that shit. But if that poll's right, he's still the next president of the United States. He only needs 4. Brussels and Beijing clash. Trade tariffs ignite tensions. Brussels, you ain't got no money. Don't go getting into a fight with China. Aren't they a NATO country now?
No, not China.
No, not China. Brussels, or the country it's in. What is it? Norway,
Belgium.
whatever. Belgium. Okay.
I don't know. I think they are. They probably are.
Galaxy similar to the Milky Way discovered where it shouldn't exist.
What?
Yeah, that's what it says. So wait, and by the way, so I'm reading this article today. It says Joe Biden said, "I'm giving Trump more security. I just can't give him F-15s." I'm thinking, did Trump really ask for F-15s? Give me a fucking break, people. No, people, give me a break. What do you mean? The F-15 is the F-14 Tomcat, except it doesn't have the swept wings. It's the exact same plane. The only difference is the F-14 had swept wings. So
but it can also run its afterburners and do a vertical ascent.
Yeah, well, the F-15, yeah, the F-14 could. I don't know if the F-15 can or not, but
one of them can, one of them can't. I forget which one.
Well, the F-14 could, because what the F-14 would do, as it went vertical, it would crank its wings in to give it more like a rocket shape, and it could go vertical. But the F-15 it made stall. They're powerful planes. I mean, they had big monster dual engines in them, so they're powerful jets. Let's see. In a first F-15 fighter, terrorist cruise missiles, F-16, F-35 failed to intercept them. But the F-15 intercepted them? Well, that's just So the old rickety plane's the one that shot the missiles down. Jesus. Oh, I don't even think about that. I just don't even think about it. Unsatisfied, Vladimir Putin loses his cool. Putin, baby, come on, man. It's going to be okay. Just surrender. Surrender. Say you had enough, man. It's been a long haul, dude. Chill. I mean, how long you been at war now? 2 years?
At least.
Just get over it. Admit you fucked up and move on. Red Sea and Tel Aviv set ablaze. 2 Israel-linked ships bomb Houthis. New ballistic bullets. Ooh, man.
Yeah.
It sounds. Well, hold on. We can watch this. Give me a second. We'll post this up. We go on a break. Just calm down, people. Which I gotta go to the bathroom, get some popcorn or something. All this rushing around and stuff. Well, you see, that's the funny. That's CNN proved one thing to us during Desert Storm, that we could watch the war.
It looked like Star Wars.
Yes, it was prime time. Watch the war in prime time. Okay, what did I do there? I screwed something
I
up.
don't know. You mirrored a bunch of stuff.
I don't know what the hell I did there. Okay, apparently that is the wrong thing altogether. Sorry, guys and girls. I hope y'all didn't have to look at that. That was a bit on the outside.
Yeah, we want things on the flip side. Remember?
Yes, that was a bit on the weird side. Yes, actually, James, I don't know what caused that. Let's see. Let's try that again. I think it's this one right here. I just think I had the wrong clip. Okay, let's do that like that. Put that bad girl up there like that, and hopefully this is the right clip. But you never know. Sometimes you don't have the right clip, people. Turn the audio on just in case we need it. So these are missiles they're shooting off?
Yeah.
This is a Houthi shooting these off? Where are they getting these badass things from?
Those are probably Russian. Well, they could be ours that they took from Afghanistan.
The Resistance Network. This reminds me of Babylon 5 or something.
Huh.
Are you shooting at American tankers? What are you stupid people? Don't screw with America's oil. That's a sure way to get your ass killed.
You're done, yeah. Well, not with Biden, but Trump would send in troops.
Oh, so they shot at a cargo ship and a tanker. Then I guess our ships intercepted the stuff coming in, or they missed, or somebody intercepted. Ooh, that looks like a hit. That looks like a hit to me.
Yep. Direct amidships.
Okay. I'm confused about who's shooting at what where. It's a little confusing.
Well, but they don't even know where they're shooting.
No, so they're shooting at anything that's headed towards Israel. Okay, I got you.
Oh, yeah.
So these things are just cool. You set these things up anywhere in the desert and let them go. That'd be hard to track them bitches down.
Where do they get them from? That's the big question.
That is a big question.
Do they get them from our stuff that they got in Afghanistan, or
maybe Iran's making them?
Maybe, yeah.
Was that Pete? Yeah, I don't know, peeps. They're just shooting them all over the place. They got them go, man. They just blowing shit up all over.
Here goes that tanker. Not tanker, but cargo ship. Bam, right in the middle.
I don't know.
Yeah,
They have been attacking a lot of American stuff over there. So,
well,
okay.
I have a good question here. Now, how come if we send it by boat, it's called cargo, but if it goes by truck or car, it's a shipment?
God only knows.
Yeah, that makes sense to me either.
God only knows why anything like that goes on. What's that, Jeffrey? It's here we go. Kellyanne Conway, Trump versus Harris, don't rule out a narrow landslide.
What?
What's it? Okay.
Wait,
What's a
define
narrow
to me the
land?
words narrow landslide. What the hell does that mean?
So a landslide is a landslide. A narrow landslide, I guess, is you narrowly
You almost got
pull.
your ass kicked.
You narrowly pull for the swing states, and it gives you a landslide. I mean, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Doesn't make much sense. What's that, Carly? Kellyanne is a little strange. Her husband's stranger. What is this? That's too long of a clip, but I guess we could put it up there as a break. But yeah, we're going to definitely put this up there. All right, we're going to play something for y'all. If we have audio on it, I don't know. You know what? Let's just not even have to worry about that. We'll switch it over to Google and not have to worry about it. Well, no, we're going to take a break, guys. It's going to be about a 5-minute, 6-minute break. So y'all can get your coffee, do your business. This is a Fox clip. Let's give them credit up front about it. So I think it's off of MSN, but this is a Fox clip. Let's go find it. There it is. Okay, let's put it on pause for a minute. Well, Jack, we're going to put this up there. We're allowed to play these kind of things, so we're going to put this up there for you. There it is right there. No, maybe later we'll install it. Okay, let's make sure we got everything. All right, so we're going to take a break on this one. Let me make it bigger. There we go. Where is the play button? Where the hell did the play button go?
Left corner.
Huh? Oh, I got to pick it up. All right, we got you. Yeah, I'm sorry. I couldn't see the thing. Ooh, look at that beautiful beast. Oh. She is so beautiful. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to turn you over to Fox for a few minutes, for about 7 or 8 minutes. And Charles will be back. We're going to take a little break. I'm going to get some coffee, get a snack, and we'll be right back. And let me know what you think about this. I'll be listening to this with y'all, so let me know what y'all think about this. And hold on, let me see something. Okay, and away we go. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm not hearing that. Why am I not hearing that?
Volume's down, probably.
Here we go.
Consulting and a Fox News contributor, of course. Howie Kurtz is here as well, host of Media Buzz, and Patrick Murphy, former Democratic congressman from Pennsylvania. Great to have all of you with us today. I want to start by taking another look at a piece from The View. The View was originated by Barbara Walters to represent many different viewpoints and have sort of dynamic discussions. But this is part of it that I think will give you a sense for what happened there today. Watch.
People are ready for a new generation of leadership that's about fixing problems. Thank you.
That's not you.
That's such a pageant answer.
We have more with Vice President.
Howie, I know you've been analyzing a lot of these interviews, 60 Minutes, and this is a very stacked day today for her. Your thoughts?
From the moment that Whoopi Goldberg bellowed to introduce her, the next president of the United States, I just cringed. And The View was more embarrassing than I expected. They trashed Donald Trump. They praised Kamala. some reasonable questions were asked, as you noted, but she just ran circles around them, retreating to her familiar talking points when she didn't want to answer a question. And also, she actually made some news, which had been leaked in advance, sort of pitching herself to the sandwich generation by saying that Medicare should pay people who take care of elderly folks at home and not just pay for them to live in expensive institutions. And that's the first time she's had a new policy proposal in weeks and weeks, where she hasn't been making any news. Journalists don't like these particular kind of appearances, but you can see why it was tempting for the vice president.
Yeah, it was a great campaign event, Kellyanne, and that's what it was.
Chevy Equinox EV starting at $34,995. Go EV without changing a thing. Chevrolet.
Was from beginning to end. I don't think there's any other way really to look at this. But why is my question, Kellyanne, in terms of strategy? What has changed? So in the past couple of days, she is out there a lot at this point.
Sure. But Martha, she's still in friendly audiences with easy questions, as you saw there. I don't think any news was broken today insofar as she's reached a single swing voter that turns on The View, which is a Trump bashing machine. Doesn't belong in the news division at ABC, by the way. They're welcome to have an opinion show. Plenty of networks do, but that should not be in the news division. And I'm not sure she moved a single person who isn't already tuning into The View for Trump bashing. Her problem was I think, exposed for everyone to see. What is it? That they keep her hermetically sealed away from not just interviewers, but the people, voters most days, because of what you just saw. She's not prepared. Here's somebody who faced a broken teleprompter last week and kept saying 32 days, 32 days. It's awkward at best. Our opponents throughout the country and the world watch it and are really frightened. And I don't think much has changed because she's running out the clock and Trump's racing it. But the way you win is not by doing one big thing a month. July, she becomes the nominee. August, she has a convention. September, she participates in a debate. Is this the big October event for Kamala Harris? Maybe she'll eat pizza with her hands and not a fork and knife, and the media will cover it breathlessly. But seriously speaking, you win or lose these contests, not in these big moments. You win or lose them in the small day by day. You got Trump and Vance barnstorming the swing states and making themselves available to all kinds of things, and then you have this. And I just wanted to say, Joe Biden and Jill Biden are trying to sabotage this woman. I said it on June 27th, the night of the debate. I absolutely believe it. She attacked Ron DeSantis today. DeSantis hit back, but Joe Biden said, I think DeSantis is doing a great job. I told him and I gave him myself.
Interesting point. I want to get a couple more quick things in here. This is Charlemagne the God, Patrick, and here's what he has to say about how he sees the race. And clearly, she's gone to a lot of sort of female-centric audiences lately, but it's men with whom she is struggling. Watch this.
You'll listen to a lot of reporters and they'll be talking to Trump or J.D. Vance and they'll be talking to them about things that are happening right here in America. So it's always America first. But then, you know, you go to Tim Walz and they're asking him about geopolitical politics. And I think a lot of times that makes them sound, you know, very out of touch. You hear, you know, the Vances and the Trumps talking about what's happening here at home and saying things like America first and make America great again. That messaging sometimes resonates a lot more.
He went on to say, no, not just sometimes, it does resonate more. Your reaction, Patrick?
Yeah, I would actually agree. I think Donald Trump has been strong and wrong pretty much his whole life. And that's why he had 6 bankruptcies before he went into public service. That's why he racked up about $8 trillion in debt when he was our president for 4 years. And this is the reality. I sometimes feel like I'm in a bizarro world. Are we not going to talk about the CBS interview that Kamala Harris had and that Donald Trump was supposed to have?
Yeah, let's do it.
We are, Patrick.
He backed out of it.
In fact, I'm glad you brought that up because I want to squeeze in one more thing, and I know that we're tight on time because we're waiting for Governor DeSantis. But Howie, I want to have you watch this very closely because I know what went through my mind as I watched the edit cuts in this answer from Vice President Harris. Watch this.
250 hostages were taken, including Americans. Women were brutally raped. And as I said then, I maintain Israel has a right to defend itself. We would. And how it does so matters. Far too many innocent Palestinians have been killed. This war has to end.
There are 4 edits in that soundbite, Howie. When I watched this last night very closely, I was surprised at how many times within one answer there were pull-ups and cuts. Can you explain what's going on there?
Well, it's a classic sort of network, overproduced kind of thing.
Is it? That's not what I saw. I mean, a lot of times you'll see ABC pull away and show video. Oh, earlier today we were at this campaign site, and then they come back. This is within one answer.
Yes, just within one answer, because she's not giving 2-sentence answers. You could see that immediately. And I think that was a mistake on CBS's part. They should have run the whole thing unedited so nobody could question it. And at the same time, Bill Whitaker, I have to say, relentlessly came back when she would dodge the questions with generalities. That wasn't the question. The question was, how are you going to pay for it? And so I thought 60 Minutes did a pretty good job. She came off okay, but yeah, the editing was so blatant, and I found it annoying, and I think it was a bad strategic move on the part of 60 Minutes. And then they follow up with
Hey, Martha,
a long
can I just,
piece.
Martha, real quick.
All right, they're wrapping me, but I'm going to give you real quick, Patrick, real quick.
I would say 90% of success is showing up. Kamala Harris showed up because she's a leader for 60 Minutes. Donald Trump said he was going to do it, and he backed out.
All right, why did he back out, Kellyanne? 5 seconds. Why did he back out?
Because they're never going to edit him. But also, the biggest problem with the mainstream media right now are their polls. It showed Biden up 8.1% today over Trump nationally in 2020. Now Kamala's up 2.0 points. So these shoddy polls that have come from the mainstream media network and print for many years, I think they're starting to not undercount the Trump voter. And she has a race on her hands. She needs to go into friendly media like that. Trump doesn't need to do it. He's taking his case right to the voters. There are no swing voters in the CBS, let me tell you something.
And she won't debate him, Kellyanne. He won't debate her.
All right.
He won't debate her neither. She
They both declined debates. She declined a debate here, and then he declined a debate. In the middle, there was a candidate switcheroo. So that's where we are with 4 weeks to go. All of you, thank you so much. Great to have you here today. Thank you.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Wow.
Show rules, major thin race, 4 weeks to go. All right, well, not 4 weeks to go anymore. We're like 3.5 weeks, 3 weeks, 25 days to go. That's just where we are. What was that, Jackie? Yes, well, no, we can play stuff like that, so y'all got to hear that. And we'll be bringing up the polls in a few minutes. Well, you just saw a razor thin edge. Ooh, man, that scares me. Oh, yeah, that scares me. That's a good thing I know how polls work. Well, I've been knowing how polls work for a long time. It's not. So it's all about where the poll is taken and who's taking the polls. First off, you can't even trust most pollsters because a lot of them cheat. A lot of them are kids. Well, I don't want to say kids. They're like 20-something, early 30s, late 20s, stuff like that. They're taking these polls. And a lot of times what they do is they just get their phone book. They go home in the evening and get the phone book and say, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just, because they get paid by the name, they just put the name and the phone number in, and then they put what they think they would vote. Yeah, and if they happen to be a Republican or a Democrat, that's how the polls come out. But most of the polls you see right now are being taken in Democrat places. When you listen to what company the poll is coming from, you realize it comes from a Democrat-sponsored place, like in NBC. Do you really think Trump's going to be ahead at NBC or ABC or CBS? No, but what's crazy is a lot of times he's ahead at the New York Times or tied. So at least the Times is being honest.
Yeah.
It's, well, yeah, they are. Well, because a lot of polls show him here, there, and anywhere else, but right now what you're seeing is like in Nevada and Arizona and places like that, he's been ahead. Now, if somebody reading that other poll a while ago, well, he's behind. Well, no. When we get in these other polls, he's not going to be behind.
Well, you also heard what the one analyst said, that they're old polls. They were biased on the blue side polls, and what did the other one say? She said that they weren't taking into account the Trump undercuts votes, whatever that means.
Yeah.
So basically they're saying they're not accurate, which we've been seeing for the last 8, 9, 10, 11 months, whatever we've been doing those polls for. They don't really change that much unless Trump gets shot in the ear.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy because most of these polls are being, when you see, it was 1,600 people. Well, it was 1,600 people, but more than likely it was 1,400 liberals. It's, but no, you can see by the way the poll shakes out. Because there are going to be a lot of liberals that vote for Trump this year. The Democrats won't even talk about that. No, they don't want. They've been a lot of people jumping ship this year, more than they want to give you credit about, more than they want to admit to. Let me put it that way.
One of the biggest families ever. He just dropped from Democrat to he's a Republican now, I guess.
So now we just heard on that other poll that Georgia and North Carolina and Arizona and Nevada were in Harris's. So as of right now, they've upgraded the poll on 270. Democrats have 226. Trump has 251. That means he's 19 points. Just all he needs is Pennsylvania by itself, and he is the next president of the United States of America. So if he takes,
Pennsylvania will be one of the first ones to get its results out.
But if he takes Arizona and Nevada, will he be? No, he will not be. He will be 1 point shy.
Maybe he'll be the next president that goes unanimous.
He will. If what's that, Jimmy? No, this is what they got up there right now, and he's winning in Pennsylvania right now. Oh no, if he just takes it, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swing states still in play. If he takes just Pennsylvania, he's the next president because he's at 251. 19 gives him 270. Yeah. If he takes Arizona, Nevada, and Wisconsin, he wins that way too. But Pennsylvania, the three right now, Georgia, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania, more than likely Arizona, he's at 281. He might finish out around 300. And I'm not against Wisconsin and Michigan. Maybe might vote for him. But if he takes Michigan and Nevada or Michigan and Arizona, he wins. She has more ways to win than she does at this point. Oh, isn't this nice to see? I can't believe they went ahead and tossed it in there. And they're they moved New York from deep blue to light blue, meaning it has a chance to be flipped.
Yeah, getting ready to flip one way or the other.
Minnesota's also, Missouri is also in a light blue. Yes, Virginia's also in a light blue.
Wow.
So yeah, guys.
That's a traditionally blue state, Virginia. Same with Maryland. But Maryland's probably still solid blue.
So they changed this last week. It was 226 to 219. Now it is 251 to 226. So according to 270 to win, Trump's ahead right now and is only 19 points away from being the next president of the United States.
Well, and there has been early results from mail-ins and the early voting stuff that's been going on. So what did the guy say? That it's not looking good for them, meaning the Democrats?
It says looking better for the Republicans.
Yeah.
And so Trump can do it, like I said, with just taking Pennsylvania or taking Arizona and Wisconsin or Michigan and Nevada. Trump has about 4 ways to go to win it. Kamala, unfortunately, has to take she'll have to take Nevada, Arizona. Let me make sure I'm doing my correct. It's 20, 35, 45. Where's she at? 20, 65. She will have to take 4 of the 5 swing states left to win. Ooh, I don't know. There could be a tie here. Wouldn't that be some shit? So then Trump be president, she be vice president.
Can it?
Yeah, that can be a tie. I think they said there's 3 ways that it can tie.
Huh.
Yeah, I know. I was the same way. I was like, how can it be a tie? It can't be a tie. And so it's looking good for Trump on the new map. I'm glad to see him. Glad we came out and checked out the new 70 to win map. Let's go down here and wait, why am I not seeing the rounded numbers? Did I click something wrong or something? So in hardcore states, they have 122 for the Republicans, 112 for the Democrats, and pretty safe 99 and 97, leaning to 32 and 15, 61 votes undecided. She has to get all 61 to win.
Wow.
Oh no, she's got to get 51 out of 61 to win. I'm sorry. And Trump's got to get 19. Well, we'll see what happens, guys. But I got to say, this is a nice improvement from just last week. And everybody's been talking about that. He's been surging, and for some reason, the regular polls are not showing it. Well, no, it's not giving me the map where it's got all the states on it. I want to look at the states. Is this it over here? Let's see. Open, says Mama. That was not it. That was not it. Where's it at? There it is. I don't know how I found it, but there it is. Okay, nationally, she is still 2.5 points ahead of Trump. Came down 0.5 point.
Wow.
No, I'm sorry. Only came down 0.2 of a point. I apologize. Arizona. This has him winning in Arizona.
Wow, that's surprising.
Georgia, they're already giving him Georgia. Michigan is an exact tie.
Huh.
Wisconsin is an exact tie. Oh no, not quite. Pennsylvania is Trump. North Carolina is Trump. Nevada is Trump. This makes it even worse. Virginia is Harris. And North Nebraska, Alaska, we don't care about all of those. New York, yes, he's gonna flip New York on y'all. Y'all better watch it. He might flip New Mexico on y'all. Let's see, Missouri, Arkansas. So that's all of them. West Virginia, Utah, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Oregon, Vermont. Okay, let's go back up to the top. I just wanted to make sure we had all the swing states correctly. So Arizona belongs to Trump. Georgia belongs. Oh, Georgia. They said this is a direct tie. I guarantee you, Georgia belongs to Trump. Michigan is a tie. Nevada belongs to Trump. North Carolina belongs to Trump. Pennsylvania belongs to Trump. Wisconsin is a tie. Who am I missing? There's somebody I'm missing here. So we got Georgia, we got Michigan. Oh, Wisconsin. That's the one I'm not seeing. Oh no, there's Wisconsin. It's a tie. 4, 5, 6. Okay, Trump is according to this, Trump is your next president of the United States. Congratulations, Donald Trump. Of course, we still got 3 weeks to go, but that's really good numbers for Trump.
I've been reading that anyway for the last year or so. I mean, there's not much of a surprise. I mean, we've been saying it's his race to lose.
Yes,
unless he does something like blatantly stupid or gets killed between here and then, he's in.
What's that, Jack? No, I mean that was serious. I mean, 270 is a hardcore. They're not a lefty or righty, but they tend to lean left a little bit. But here they're just being straight up front with you. So, what are we looking for? New York Times. What did I got to say? New York Times has had Trump in the lead most of the year.
Couple times, yeah.
They've had him for most of the year. They were like the LA Times in the 2016 election. LA Times had Trump ahead the whole entire time in 2016. And of course he won. Let's see what we got here. Democrats. And I love they always got to put the 2020 map up instead of the today's map. It's so funny. Oh, look, see how many votes we had in 2020. Yeah, well, this ain't 2020, my friend. This is 2024.
Yeah.
And you need to go ahead and put the real, you need to put the real one on there. And I believe this one, where did it go? Oh, there's Jill Stein. And they're saying Jill Stein will hurt her anywhere Jill Stein's on the thing.
Yeah.
So she won't hurt Trump, but she will definitely hurt Kamala. Where is it at? I don't know. I don't see it. I don't know, Jackie. I didn't see it. Oh, here we go. 538. Now, this is the company that had a whole one set of polling companies and then switched as soon as they put Kamala up. Matter of fact, the first time Jay and I and Sean and them did the first set of polls, they had already changed the companies.
Yeah.
So like RMG Research and the Polling Institute, this was not even on the other list. They have Kamala up by 3. General election, California has Kamala up by 27.
Yeah. Give me a break. Well, I mean, it is a liberal state, so.
General election, Missouri has Trump up by 14. Okay, so we're not interested in those. Presidential election 2024, Harris, Trump. Really? Oh, wait, what we got here? Redfield, Wellington Strategies, Trump is up by 2. TPS, American Greatness, Trump is up by 1. She's up by 4. Trump is up by 1. Trump is up by 1. Trump's up by 1. Trump's up by 5. What the fuck happened here? Excuse my language. All of a sudden, Trump's up across the board here.
Yeah.
Wisconsin, he's up by 1. Georgia, according to this, he's up by 5.
Yeah, that sounds like some of them are starting to see the light, that they realize that what's going on TV isn't what they're reflecting in the polls because they're changing the numbers.
Wow, this is a big change, guys and girls. So, I mean, this, I'm just saying, it's kind of surprised me. Let's see what USA Today has to say. It probably says Harris up by 50.
Yeah.
USA Today couldn't tell the truth if God came down and said, tell the truth or you're going to go meet Satan. Next thing they would see is Satan going, you dumbass. Well, Joe Biden just doesn't like Kamala Harris. He just doesn't. It's just one of those things. It's like Obama didn't like Joe Biden. We don't make the rules. What am I looking for, Gene? I am actually looking for Real Clear Politics. And there it is. As soon as I said something, she blows mighty. Okay, maybe not. It says site can't be reached. Jackson, no, we always do the polls because these 3 companies, along with the other 3 we do, are the ones that have they usually have 10 or 15 companies each on them. So you get like 45 polls. All right, so let's see what we got. This is Real Clear Politics. It's 2024 election. This is race topic. Pennsylvania, Trump versus Harris. Trump is up by 1. Michigan versus Harris. Harris is up by 1. Wisconsin is a tie. Arizona, it says she's up by 2. North Carolina, Trump is up by 6. Nevada, Trump is a tie. Georgia, they're saying she's up by 2. I ain't buying that one.
I ain't buying that.
So, but anyway, still, it doesn't give her enough to win. So that's cool. That's nice to know. Okay,
yeah,
what we got?
It's true.
Washington Post, Trump 51, Harris 45. Morris Institute, Trump 52, Harris 46. The Hill, Trump 49, Harris 48. Pennsylvania, Art Greatness, Trump 49, Harris 48. Michigan, Trump 49, Harris 49. Trump 48, Harris 46. Wisconsin, Trump 49, Trump 48. North Carolina, Trump 49, Harris 48. The Hill, Georgia, Trump 46, Harris 45. This is as of today, ladies and gentlemen. If this is correct, he's the more we look into this, the more swing states he takes. I don't know, Jamie Lee, but they're serious. Pew Research. Now, Pew Research is interesting, but I would bet you before I even look at the number, I would bet you money that it's blue. Anybody want to bet money on this? And before we look over there, Rasmussen is right underneath it, and I would bet you it was red. So let's look. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, and let's see. Harris up by 1, according to Pew Research, and according to Rasmussen, Trump is up by 2. Take it for what you want, people. So I'm telling you. Let's see. That's as of today. Economy.gov has Harris up by 4. The New York Times has Trump up by 3. Reuters has her up by 2, which, of course, we already knew that. Yahoo News has them at a tie. And then we're going backwards now into 7, 8, 9. The last couple of, last week and a half, she was up in all. So it's changed significantly just in this week.
Yeah.
Well, guys, that's how it is. We got to, let's see who else we got on here. Donald Trump says, "I will be the new Hitler."
When did he say that?
I know. I'd like to hear him say that. Yes, people, because it's bullshit. So I want to know. Hold on, scratch my ear right quick. I want to know who's paying back the $150 million against Joe Biden. The Democrats got to pay him that money back. I mean, he wasted all that money for them to change candidates. Somebody's responsible for that money. No, Jimmy. I mean, they come on. You can't get any more close to cheating to what they did. They took someone, a non-elected someone, somebody who had a bad year. So what would happen if she would have had a bad debate? We'd have got another candidate. I'm just asking. I mean, that's bullshit. I've been alive a long time. I've never seen, as far as I know, that's never happened before.
Yeah.
The House says the odds of Trump winning have gone up just 5% this week, making him an easily win over her.
Yeah.
This could be a narrow margin on electoral votes. I mean, on popular vote, but a huge electoral win for Donald Trump. Currently, these people feel Donald Trump is ahead. So this group says he is ahead in Arizona, he is ahead in Florida, he is ahead in Georgia, he is behind in Michigan, he is ahead in Nevada, he's ahead in North Carolina, he's tied in Pennsylvania, which everybody else said he's ahead, he's behind in Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
So as it stands right now, he's
winning in almost every model we try to throw at it.
He is at least 200 and what was he? He was at 2. He only needed 19 points, so he was at 261.
Yeah,
and that's pretty much what these people have him. Well, these days are in 265. That means he's 5 points away. Even Nevada would put him in.
Yeah, one state.
So I don't know.
First across that threshold, or is it at the end of the thing? Who's got the most over that threshold?
It's no 270 to win. I think once the 270's out, you can't get to 270. Only one person can get there.
Okay.
I don't know, guys. Well, no, of course they want to get rid of the popular vote because New York and California is full of people. But you know what? They keep saying that, but pretty soon Texas and Florida will be larger than California and New York. I mean, Florida's already larger than New York, so is Texas. So that's starting to play
a lot of unused land in Texas.
But that's a dangerous game, saying you want to get rid of the electoral college and go to the popular vote, because once Texas hits about 60 million, hits about 40 million, they'll be determined in the elections, not California.
Well, and also, like we saw in the previous elections on the map, there are 72 counties in Pennsylvania. All but 5 or 6 of them went blue, and it was enough for the state to go for Biden. So if we have just the popular election, think about this: those 5 blue states would be overwhelmed by the 70 some other red counties, and then Biden would not have won.
Yeah. What's that, Gene? This company has Harris up nationally by 3, but let's see, Trump has Arizona, Trump has Georgia, Trump has North Carolina, Trump has Nevada, and according to this one, it's 0.4% difference between the two of them. Michigan and Wisconsin are only 1 point. So you got to know, how the hell can she have a 3-point lead when all the rest of these polls show such a tight race or him winning in the other states? See, this is why I have the Electoral College, people, because right now he is carrying, how the election should be. Maybe it shouldn't be the Electoral College. Maybe it shouldn't even be the popular vote. Maybe it should just be who wins the most states. Well, if that's the case, the Republicans will win almost every year.
Yeah.
So that's why there's Electoral College, because it's to ensure fair play for the smaller states.
Well, it's not the only reason. I mean, it was we determined it was on the first election with Washington, but also back then there were very few people who could read or write. So they had to have a way, if those people were unable to vote, that at least somebody got put into that position, into that office.
Yeah, they what's that, Jackie? It's as it is right now. It's 25 days. Looks like Trump's made some major moves this week. He's definitely moving into places he should be.
Even after insulting the city of Detroit.
What was that, babe? What about Detroit? What you hating on Detroit people for?
Oh, you didn't hear about that? He was in Detroit.
You're a
He was giving a speech about the economy and then why it would be bad for her to win. And he says we can't let her win because then we'll have another Detroit and it'll be all hell will break out or something to that effect.
Yeah, because they're probably, but them Detroit people know it.
What kind of a bigger gaffe could you do? But he's still pulling ahead.
Because Detroit people know it's true. Detroit sucks. Live and dead. Yeah, kiss my ass.
Yeah.
What's it? I don't know, Jamie. It's strange. It's strange. Well, we've always said that if he'd been running against Kamala the whole year, he'd already be up by like 7 or 8 points on her.
Yeah.
Because she's just an idiot.
Well, they would have found out that she's a gibbering idiot, and then
Because see these little short cover-ups by CBS. Oh, we'll cover it up for her. Because they only got 3 weeks left. But if this was a whole year long, they would have got tired of covering up this stuff 6 months ago. A matter of fact, she would have probably got thrown out in the last debate. They would have just said, "Oh, well, she sucked." In.
Well, during the J.D. Vance town hall in North Carolina, at least 2 or 3 of the audience question askers complimented him on answering the questions that they asked rather than evading them like Kamala does. So it seems like, and even Tim Walz does it. It seems like they're asked a question, how would you specifically fix this? And they're like, well, here's ways that would work. Like, we don't want ideas. We want to know what you're going to do. Don't throw out 5 or 6 ideas. What is your plan? They don't have a plan. None of them. None of the Democrats have a plan.
What's this? Jack Smith's brief contains damage and allegations against Trump. Now you see how they worded that, ladies and gentlemen. Not damaging, not stuff that they can allegations. Allegations mean claims. Doesn't mean anything real. Doesn't mean any real evidence. It just means somebody said.
Somebody's crying wolf. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens, but I'm not really feeling it. And the judge has already put it over till after the election. And if Trump wins the election, there won't be a case.
Yep.
No, you can't prosecute a sitting president. And yes, he won't be sitting yet, but he will have been elected to sitting president. So it's the same thing. Past life on Mars. Here's what new NASA evidence points to. Yes, lots of life way back when. That's not what we're interested in. NASA can kiss off. Iran is threatening to break its fragile truce with Saudi Arabia. Don't be stupid. Saudi will kick your ass.
They're seriously trying to commit political suicide.
Well, they think Russia and China is going to take up for them, or Russia will for sure. But Saudi is we've armed Saudi to the teeth, and that's why everybody was a little bit aggravated when they decided to join the BRICS deal with the Russian and the Chinese and go for that new currency. But that was Joe Biden's fault, hating on that prince all the time. They'd have just left the guy alone, the deal would have just been fine. Well, John, before anybody writes to me, look, what the guy did was horrible, but you're not getting rid of him. He's in charge of Saudi Arabia. He's not going anywhere. We need Saudi to keep the Middle East stable. Without Saudi, I mean, Trump brokered deals with them and Israel and a few other countries.
Well, I don't know. That may not be true anymore. All hell is breaking loose out there right now.
But that's because right now they're working with Russia and China. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
It's so if Iran gets into it with Saudi will move back towards the United States, and if Trump wins, Saudi will just leave whatever deal it's made and go back to using U.S. money again. They just quit doing it because they felt that Biden was, he was talking shit about the guy in charge. It would be like if somebody was calling Biden an idiot all the time and still wanted to do business with us. No, that's not how that works.
Mm-hmm.
China does put up a lot of stuff so you can see it, just like Elon Musk does, because there's only so much you can learn for that. NATO to rethink alliance relationships with Russia for the first time in decades. What alliance relationship? We don't have alliance. What the fuck are they talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, here we go. This is another, just throw it up there for you as we were reading to you earlier. Polls are, whoops, let me go back. Polls are clear. Kamala Harris's honeymoon period is over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the Independent. It's looking that way from the polls we seen earlier. Earth's magnetic field almost vanished. When the hell was this? And thank God we weren't around. No, people without the magnetic field will die. What are you talking about? There ain't nothing.
All the radiation from the sun will hit this planet and cook it until it is microwaved inside out. It will sterilize the planet.
Russia Su-34 loses mount amid Ukrainian air defense prowess. What? Prowess? That's a badass looking plane now. It's a shame they didn't get as many of them they said they did.
Yeah, it's a shame our F-22 can fly circles around it.
Yeah. 9,000-year-old Stonehenge Link monument discovered in Lake Michigan.
Wow.
Okay, that's just weird.
In the lake? Under the water or what?
It was under the water. It's what it was showing anyway.
Oh, wow.
Why haven't we found intelligent civilizations? There may be a universal limit to technology. What?
Who would say that?
Technical development. I don't think so. I think you're wrong about that one. I think the reason we can't find them is because they use other ways of communication other than radio waves and now light waves.
Yeah.
Iran engages in urgent diplomacy as it braces for Israel's response to missile attacks. Yeah, because they're going to blow. So Joe Biden asked them if not to blow up NATO people, but not to blow up, not NATO people, UN people, and not to go blowing up their nuclear things in Iran. I think that's
infrastructure.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to go after there. Astronomers race to capture image of exoplanet near star. Well, that's cute. Ukrainian attacks Russia airbase. UK considers sending troops to the Ukraine. Whoa. Wait, let's go stop and read that for a second. Let's see. The UK military leadership has considered sending troops to Ukraine. Ukrainian defense forces strike Russia. Airfield housing 57 aircraft. They think people don't go getting involved in the middle of this. See, UK, they want to nuke London as is. You're going to give them a reason to. Russia starts to put, Ukraine starts putting forces, the UK starts putting forces over there. It'll change the outcome of that war quickly. They want to, and of course, Zelensky's begging the United States to let him to be able to strike at least to the middle of the country. Yeah, he's just asking to be nuked. That's what he's asking to be. I don't know, people. At least I noticed on the nuke map, Jay might be getting melted, but I'll still be okay. What is this? Judge Kutchin approves release of Trump's Jan 6 document that could reveal more damning testimony. I doubt it. I noticed all this stuff getting released right before the election. Isn't that convenient? Let's see. Just thirsty for change, the deep red state is poised to oust its two-term GOP senator. Ooh, you better be careful. Oh, they're learning how Mars became uninhabitable. That's interesting. Oh, no, we're going to be getting out of here in a few minutes. Why? What's up, Jack? So, the Bimini Road. This is something like the Bimini Road. So there's something else they found in the Caribbean Sea that they think is like they think it's a highway to Atlantis. Is what they think it is. That's what the article says it is. Scientists cracked open a rock and found 2 billion-year-old microbes inside. It's still intact. That's the thing when you start bringing things back from other worlds, you never know what's going to be in there. Tehran threatens to strike U.S. oil-rich allies in the Middle East. Go ahead, dude. Go ahead, blow up Saudi Arabia. I want to see you. I want to see you shoot Saudi Arabia. I just want to see it. Kamala Harris's easiest path to 270 appears to have gotten a lot harder. China says it will significantly increase its debt to revive economy growth. Jackie, when it comes right down to it, it's just a matter of people getting out and voting right now. It looks like that's what it's going to come down to: who gets out and votes, who gets their base out there, who gets their independents out there. It looks like Trump's pulling a much larger part of the black and Hispanic than they thought he was. It's a lot going on. Well, they're going to keep trying to dump something on Trump every day until the election. They don't want him to win no matter what. I mean, come on, look at the Russia stuff. And most of this is bullshit stuff that they're just trying to get just to stop him. Yeah. Well, every day they're trying to release something else. You know, whatever they can say that sounds damaging to Trump. Yeah. Oh, I did see that article, though, Bruce, that you sent me about the Ukrainian eroding the Russian military advantages with strikes on all their ammo dumps. That's shrewd. But they're going to keep it up. I mean, they're not going to give him a choice. No, I mean, they're not going to give Putin a choice. Sooner or later, he's going to have to use a nuke. Sooner or later, they're going to have to. I see that. Oh, you mean this UFO link you just sent me? Nah, we're getting ready to go in about 5 minutes, so I got to turn this off, and then we're going to get out of here. But you know what? Hold on, though. There was one of the set of polls I wanted to go through. Yeah, hold on a second. No, we're on Rumble. Yeah, you can go watch us on Rumble right now. Yeah, we're on Rumble. What are you talking about? Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to stop talking on y'all, but yeah. So, right now, nationally, things have changed. Like I said, 270's only got Kamala 1.8 points ahead now. And pretty much all the swing states are moving towards Trump. When we looked at the path, where's it at? Let's see. Is this the right one? Yes. Yeah, no, that's right now. It's pretty much how they got it. It's looking more and more. So right now, the Democrats have one winning combination. The Republicans have three. Yeah. So we'll see where it goes. It looked good. Everything looks pretty good right now. I would put. It looks like no, right now it looks like it's for Trump. So these two, I'll put that in there too. Dang it. No, Raymond, it's now right now they got Trump 261, Kamala 226 on this map. Yeah. Well, you can look and see what you think, and you look and see who you think's going to win. If you take out all the swing states that they got for Trump, it makes it 226 to 219. Yeah. But if you take out the two swing states they got for her that are not really swings, but real light ones, it puts her at 211. So it's interesting to see where it's going to go. But, when we looked at Real Clear Politics in 538, there was a lot of red there instead of blue for a change. So the New York Times Cena poll has been having Trump either ahead or tied with Kamala. Yeah. Well, that's why a lot of people think that New York can be flipped. So I'm saying, so their polls got a tie in Pennsylvania, a tie in Nevada, a tie in Michigan. They got Trump winning North Carolina. They got Trump winning Arizona, a tie in Wisconsin, and Trump winning Georgia. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Even this puts him almost there. All he has to do is win one state. It's a tough one. It just depends on where you want to go, how you want to believe, what group you want to believe with. That's what it comes down to, what polling group you want to believe. But when you see the ones we're seeing right now, where the traditional blue is 2 or 3 points blue and the traditional red is 3 or 4 points red, the election is probably within a point or two of each other. Nah, but it's going to be a good one. It's definitely going to be a good one. I wouldn't. I don't know. Vegas says Trump's going to be your next president. Woodward, revolutions deep in his debate on whether Trump will sell out. Woodward, nobody gives a shit what you say. Only people who read your book is Democrats. Mm-hmm. I've seen the one about what's inside the moon by using gravity. Yeah, I saw that one. Yes, it was interesting. China's in financial trouble. That's thanks to Trump. Trump wants the war to be over with. He wants the Ukraine and Russia war to be ended with, and he wants the Israeli war to be over with. No, he doesn't. If you get rid of those two wars, it means there will be no wars on the planet at all. For the first time, and I couldn't even tell you when. It'd be a nice thing. take us off from the edge of nuclear war and go back to being a constructive world again. Well, the world was getting in, and China got a little kind of greedy, and then Russia got a little greedy. The United States is always greedy, Jack. Now, Russian TVO says country will be just fine if Putin dies. Y'all better watch saying that stuff about him while he's alive. Curiosity rover uncovers pure sulfur crystals on Mars in groundbreaking discovery. They keep having all kind of groundbreaking discoveries over there. We won't be intimidated. NATO chief fires back at Russia nuclear threat. Well, I love this one. Christopher Columbus remains discovered after 500 years. Groundbreaking historical moment. "14 places on Earth humans have never set foot." Well, let's keep it that way, probably, I would think. Judge Turkin rejects push to reveal more of Jack Smith's evidence. Oh, he told him screw off. The real reason China's building a fleet of aircraft, they've got two. That's not a fleet. And we've got altogether 21. No, legitimately we do. If you include the Harrier carriers and the other carriers and then the new carriers, I believe it adds up total all of them to 21. You mean the stock market? Well, it's hard to do the stock market under Trump because he had 2 years of good economy and then 2 years of COVID. Yeah, it's hard to do anything with the 2 years of COVID. No, besides that, I would think they would try to make that look somehow or another like the Biden administration was better. What's going on? CBS News in turmoil as multiple controversies erupt because they've become it's because they don't have integrity anymore. They just try to cheat for a candidate that they know is a crappy candidate. That's the scary part. That's the scary part. They know damn good well she's inexperienced, don't know what she's doing. You can tell because they had to manipulate the interview. That tells them right there how bad she is. Nuclear armed Chinese issues weapons use warning. China, don't start threatening people with your little 800 nukes because half of them don't work and the other half are going to blow up in your yard. I don't know. Kamala's an idiot. And anybody who votes for her is an idiot too. NASA reveals damage on courtesy rover after 12 years of use. It's amazing that thing's still rolling around up there. Estonia intelligence predicts impact of Ukrainian strikes on warehouse in Russia. All I do, look, I want the wars to end on our planet. I'd like to just go back to being a happy, healthy, let's make everybody fat planet. Yeah, I mean, really. We don't have to be like this. We could get rid of our militaries and really enjoy our lives on this planet. become a spacefaring race, an underseafaring race. We could just be a better world in general. We don't have to be all of this crap that we are today. But anyway, on that note, we're going to get out of here. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in to United Public Radio and News on the Flip Side. And you had Jay and Joe and Leah and Sean with us today. And I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Until next week, have some fun, enjoy your lives. But don't forget, get out and vote. Vote Trump. Good night, everybody.